Before we start, I want to tell you about a new nourishing offering. To nurture our gorgeous #Impact community, I am running monthly community sharing circles. In these circles, we meet for an hour virtually to journal and reflect together. It always starts with a short teaching that I put together to support you on your impact-making journey. The last few times we talked about priority setting, self-belief, creativity, and how to deal with setbacks. Reach out to me at hello@impact.com and I will send you the link to join. This offering is free and for everyone that cares about making a positive impact in the world. And if you are listening here, I'm pretty sure you're one of them. You might also be surprised bumping in some of our former guests and hosts, and it's just this lovely, lovely, nourishing place that I just want to share with you. Just send me an email to hello@impact.com. Let me know from where in the world you'll join us, and I will put you on the invitation list. I can't wait to see you there. How can we build communities around the impact we want to make in the world? How do we get people engaged and excited to support our missions when everyone is so busy already? How do we get others to care? This season will bring you people that decide to look closer. They look where others have turned away. They are building communities to make a positive impact. I am Regina Larco, and this is #Impact, a podcast about stuff that matters. Lovely crowd. I'm so happy to see you here, partying with you here today and celebrating 7 years. 7 incredible years of #Impact. It's been such a beautiful journey, and having you be part of it is just the most amazing thing, and such a beautiful gift this podcast is really giving me. A gift that keeps giving. And if you wonderful listeners would like to gift #Impact something for our 7th birthday, I would really love for you to share about the podcast with people with people you care for and love, because you think they would love the podcast too. Look, I even gave you a little recommendation how you could say that. Belinda, do you wanna read that out? What I did here in the beautiful slide. Like, how could you share about #Impact? How could you do that? Belinda, do you want to help me with that? My wonderful co-host for today.
So many different ways. You could call your network, you could, speak to your neighbor, and you can just tell your friends that they should tune in and tag them to that they should listen to the show. And if you want brownie points, also tell them what's your favorite episode.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Share your favorite episode. Yes, and for everyone just coming in right now, welcome. Just gonna put that welcome slide on again. For everyone experiencing this live, has a beautiful visual here today as well. Beautiful birthday flowers. Can I say a big shout out to Celia for sending these flowers for #Impact? And this is what #Impact really is all about, and what we're focusing on this season. It's the community, right? To build a community around the impact you want to make. And it's been my greatest joy to see this community of #Impact grow. And if you haven't had a chance yet to check out some of the newest episodes of #Impact, where we are focusing on exactly that topic, how to build community around the impact you want to make, how to engage people in your missions,
when they are already so busy? How can you get them to show up for you, right? Like you were doing here for hashtag Impact today. Then please do that. And there are too many people, too many people to name. And I just typed away a little bit and thought of all the people that were part of this 7-year journey. But yeah, co-hosts we had, supporters, friends, of course. And of course, a big shout out as well to our sponsors that we had throughout the seasons. And in particular, I want to say, the first one was Retycle. It was the very first sponsor we had on the podcast. And that really means something, that first one that said yes. Yeah. I think you can all relate to that, and all the wonderful people that have been sharing about the hashtag Impact work. And today really is about 7 years of impact with this beautiful community that I want to celebrate. So I want to celebrate you today. Yeah. And with that, I'm going to hand over to our wonderful Belinda. Belinda, part of the community since, I don't even know, when was that? When did you come into my life? In the very early days. It must have been in the first year of
When you had a
Impact.
baby bump, yeah.
Yes, a baby bump. I had many baby bumps along the way of Impact. There's so many baby bumps. Oh dear.
Oh, we met through Locomotion.
Yes, that's right. We met through Locomotion, one of our guests, and then also turned sponsor, right? So guests became sponsors. Guests became students that I could teach how to podcast. Beautiful shout out. And Rich in the house today as well. One of our beautiful guests and also charity beneficiaries who started their own podcast. And you will hear all their voices today of all these amazing people that are here. Actually, I cannot really, how can I see all the people that are here? This is always really, how do I even see you? I don't even see who is in the house yet. Oh my God, Emery is here. Now
slides.
See who's here. Oh my God. Claire is here. Erin is here. Rachel is here. Yulia. Hi, everyone. I didn't see who was actually in the room until now. Oh my gosh.
Do you need tissues?
Belinda, speak. I'm gonna sip on a little bit of orange juice. Okay.
I hope it's a mimosa.
It's no, it isn't. It's actually just orange juice. 9 a.m. Belinda in Vienna. It's not after work time yet, like for you in Hong Kong. I'm still sipping on the orange juice. I hope you all have a bit of celebratory something for you to drink, I hope. Yes, good.
So for those of you who don't see Regina, she's wearing a really fancy hat, a birthday hat, and head over to the show notes. I'm sure it's gonna give you a fancy behind the scenes screenshot there.
I will. Yes. And
when
just as a teaser and I have to say this, just as a teaser, if you want to be in that room in the future, we are meeting once a month for beautiful community calls. And I invite you to join, so that we also see each other. I know Hashtag Impact is all about the audio experience, but once a month we meet, like actually here, so we can see each other. So I would love for you to join me on these calls as well.
So Regina, you have your orange juice. Is there also going to be celebratory cake?
Yes, of course. And we will have a cake reveal for all of you that stay with us to the end. So that you can find out which cake is it this year. Yes, so please stay all the way to the end.
You need to. There's going to be
cake.
You're curious, Aaron, you're curious, then you have to say.
Do you get eat it?
To eat it? To eat it?
Yeah.
To eat the cake? Yes. Yeah. I will definitely eat the cake. So if you stay all the way to the end, it will be a cake eating party then. Yes.
That's a different kind of audience that you're not targeting.
I'm handing over to you, and I'm actually gonna stop the share so we can see each other a little bit bigger. I think everyone has arrived. Yeah, I think so. So we're just gonna make this bigger so we can see each other's faces a bit better. But okay, good. Belinda, take over. I'm going to mute myself now because now I'm really going to cry because now I'm seeing it as a whole thing here. Oh, and Rachel is already eating cake. I love it. I love it. She is already eating cake.
Okay, have some cake. I have a little Rice Krispie cake also to celebrate Regina. I'm missing a candle. All right, welcome everybody. So 7 years, #impact. Oh my God, Regina, how are you feeling? You're on mute.
I'm on mute. For all of you, you have to unmute yourself before you speak, just so you know how this works, right? So I'm feeling a lot of emotions. I'm feeling happy and grateful and yeah, really just grateful and happy and very proud of having kept showing up. I think there were many moments, and I think many of you change makers here that are listening to the podcast, that are working in that space, you all know that feeling when you are asking yourself, is this really, is this getting anywhere? Am I making impact? And even if you're already making your impact, you're always wondering, there should be more, right? I should make more impact. It's not enough yet. And there have been moments when I felt like I don't have the strength to keep showing up. And why I kept showing up was this. Yeah. So I'm really grateful that I get to be here with you today. Yeah.
Thank you for showing up. Thank you for showing up for us and for the community. It's so fitting that you started season 6 now with community as a topic. And I really also loved, how you were speaking in your episode with Amel, who is also here on the call.
Hi, Amel.
How in the December episode, how the time is now to make an impact. But, you had this vision already 7 years ago when you started this, when you saw all these amazing people in Hong Kong that were doing things, especially back then on a really grassroots level. And, also, for example, from like Jeff Wattmeyer, who you now also re-interviewed for community. There's so many people that you featured that, are now doing amazing and big things. And so it's really great to see also right now, how far people have come, but also that you back then give them a voice to be heard. And speaking of voice, Alicia is also joining. Alicia from Women in Sports Empowered, who was also featured in one of the episodes before her NGO even became an official NGO. So, it just really shows how you really care about people and the impact that you make. Do you have any statistics or numbers that you want to share with us? Like #impact, these past 7 years. I'm not speaking about, how big your reach or how many listeners you have. We know that you're in the top 3 podcasts worldwide,
top five, but it's still good. It's still, let's not, but hopefully top 3 soon, right? Looking up to a beautiful podcast. I'm manifesting it. Yeah. The numbers, and I always say that also to the wonderful people I work with when starting a podcast. It's so easy to just get distracted and a little bit let down by the numbers, because no matter what the numbers are, they're never good enough for us podcasters, right? And so really, I look at it from a little bit different angle, and Rachel is nodding, with her podcast as well. There is always this wonder, like, is this a good number, right? So I look at some different numbers, and the numbers I've put up here is, so the numbers, 7 years of #impact in numbers. I have consumed 1,134 liters of coffee in the last 7 years. I have mentored 7 guest hosts for #impact and counting. So people that actually came on the show and hosted an episode. So proud of them, because all of these people, I mean, Belinda, you included, they've never done this before. And some of the guest hosts, even they didn't even dare to do it in the first place. And I encouraged them to do that. And once they did, they were so proud and they did so well. We featured 150 plus impact initiatives. This is actually the number. I wish that was much higher. I wish we could do even more. And I encourage you, if you're listening and you want to become a guest host, want to be mentored by me, and you want to, just help me spread the word more about these amazing people all over the world doing great things, please reach out to me and we will do that. I have mentored and coached dozens of people who started their own podcasts. Yeah, so we have our charity beneficiaries who started their own podcast with my support, but I also started working with my amazing clients that are signing up with me to start their own podcast, and that's so meaningful as well. 2 awards won, actually maybe more. I think
I think you definitely forgot some.
I lost count, like, oh my God, I lost track of all these amazing awards we've won.
It's the sleepless nights. It's the sleepless nights.
Just kidding. It's actually the 3 human babies born and raised at the same time while building this podcast, moving continents. I think that is the number I'm really proud of, that I'm still here after the last 2 years settling in Vienna. That has been a little bit of a minefield of just getting our family settled, and the sleepless nights, right? 158 and counting.
We have a question on that. How did you count them? Aaron is asking.
That was a rough estimate. It's probably much higher. But yeah, aren't those sleepless nights? I mean, my dear impact makers, aren't they also a bit bittersweet? Because often these sleepless nights are because you're thinking about ways to grow your impact and to show up more and have an idea how to maybe collaborate more, right? Claire on the call here today, right? Beautiful. I'm excited to see how we're gonna start collaborating more. Yeah, the upcoming guest, watch out for the next episode, Narratives of Purpose, her podcast. And yeah, so I feel I'm talking too much. Belinda, I really would like to hand over to all the people.
Love listening to you. That's why we're here.
No. If you want to listen more to my voice, you can head over to Podcasting with Impact, my show that is about podcasting. So then you can hear me talk about the beauty of podcasting, and I will go on and on and on. So enough of me already. I want to celebrate all these beautiful people in the house here today.
And there's some amazing people here that, you're again echoing on what you said before, that you featured like so many moons ago. For example, also Alice, Asia Society.
Yes,
I think that was 2018 or when you did your episode.
Such a beautiful episode, and sitting there in Asia Society, Alice, I mean, that meant so much to me, and I keep going back to that episode. Alice, I get goosebumps just thinking of it when you shared your story about how you not just became that change maker that you are, but how you became you when you transitioned from Taiwan to the US. And please all listen to Alice's story.
Well, I just wanted to thank you, Regina. So good to see you. It's been too long. I think you moved away. We really miss you here, but you got me started, and unfortunately, I couldn't keep up the podcasting, but you gave me the confidence, and I have used that opportunity in the beginning to interview some great people. But thank you so much, and I hope to, kind of do a program with you. One thing I did during COVID was I did a online web series on COVID. So it wasn't a podcasting, but it kind of you inspire me to do something, and that we did about 45 episodes of it during COVID, the 3 years. So without the podcasting, without your encouragement, I don't think I would have had the courage to do the COVID series that really got us out there. But you were the beginning, and I think it was baby bump number 1 when I met you. Wasn't it?
What bump was that?
I think it was 2018. I just remember you had just,
it was 2.
Maybe the second Oh yeah, it was number 2. And yes. I think it was second. I just remember really enjoy speaking with you about it. And I'm really missing you here in Hong Kong. And congratulations, 7 years. I'm celebrating 12 years here at Asia Society. Okay. And but 7 years, I know how hard you work, and keep up the good work, and impact. You really, really made an impact on us, and good luck with the next more than 7 years. I think you are going to go. You are going to do so much more. So thank you so much for getting me started. Thanks.
Aww. Okay, while Regina grabs her tissues, I think we can just go around. I mean,
yes,
Tina.
But also, sorry, but it's Alice. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much, and for sharing that. I'm I'm so excited to see all your impact grow. Yeah, all of you people in the house here, this is a celebration also for you. So really use this opportunity to celebrate yourself, because that's what we usually are not, right? So I'm leading by example. I'm pouring myself the orange juice and I'm getting my friends, not actually, she did it. I didn't make her do this for me, Celia, right? I didn't tell you to send me flowers, but I wanna be a role model here for you to do that regularly as well, to celebrate yourself. So yeah, let's go around the circle. I know some people maybe have to run early. So should we call them out first? I know
Who has to
Amel has
run?
to run early. So Amel has to run. So I'm going to call her out. I know Amel has to run early. So I'm going to call her out. What's one thing you want to celebrate today? Yeah.
I want to celebrate you. I want to celebrate the amazing energy that you put into your work. And I think there's a reason why we're all here. It's because of your beautiful energy and how you do everything with love. And I think this is something in leadership that a lot of people underestimate: the power of loving, the power of caring, the power of wanting to make change. And I just want to celebrate you and thank you for the incredible inspiration that you bring us all.
You,
That's so
Amel.
beautiful.
Listen to Amel's story. It's very powerful as well. Just one of the recent episodes, you have to hear Amel's full story, because that's how you show up as well. What you're saying here to me, that's what you do. And that is inspiring me so much as well.
I appreciate that. It's been
Yeah.
wonderful. We actually have similar dates. I think I've been podcasting for 8 years as well. And I can only say, we're over 300 episodes now. And it's just, I can only speak highly about the power of podcasting. There's nothing more powerful than the intimacy that podcasting creates within the audience, but also with the guests and with the people who want to make an impact. And I think it's so important, to kind of see that, to I don't know how many of you here who are listening are actually considering doing a podcast or are podcasting, but for me, podcasting has been the thing that took my journey to another trajectory. I've been air quote, a simple consultant before podcasting. And from the moment I started podcasting, my journey just has gone to amazing places I would have never experienced. And my business has grown. And thanks to the relationships that podcasting has allowed me to build. So I just want to shout out as well. It takes energy, it takes courage, it takes consistency to be able to grow a podcast. But when we commit to it with the values being clear and being committed to that values, I think is just amazing. And you've done that, Regina, and I want to celebrate because I know it's not easy to stick for 7 years to podcasting with all the ups and downs of the journey. I know it very well, and I want to commend you for that.
Thank you. Can I just call out Tina actually from Enrich?
She was the next one on my list. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Regina. Hi,
Tina.
Belinda. Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to
Tina.
be here. Congratulations, Regina.
Thank you.
Congratulations to #Impact. I just remember when you interviewed me and Lucinda, we were in our tiny office at that time. And from then we already have grown so much with, more staff members, with an extended office now. And during that time, I also recall that we have just released our impact study. It's an evaluation of our programs, impact evaluation of our programs in partnership with the CUHK. And that was very timely because we were very excited to share indeed our impact. And I guess in terms of celebration, I heard Alice was sharing that she's been with the Asian Society for 12 years. #Impact is now 7 years. Last year, I also just celebrated my 10 years with Enrich, and I took a sabbatical last year, which is actually a great opportunity that Enrich really offered, and is now part of Enrich's HR policy for senior leaders of more than 7 years to take a mini sabbatical. And I think one of the takeaways I have from that is that talking about impact is sometimes we overestimate what we can do for a year, but underestimate what we can do for 7 years or 10 years. And so then that gives me, you know, that insight of why don't I step back and see how the things I've done for the last 7 to 10 years have actually grown now. And going back also to what we have done at Enrich, we have experimented and also tried doing our own podcast. And thank you, Regina, because we went to you and really consulted you, and you really mentored us in doing this. We realized how really not easy it is to put together at least one episode, but we managed to really complete a series of podcasts, which I think is very empowering to the migrant domestic workers in Hong Kong. The title, Hear Their Voice, is very fitting because that was an opportunity, a platform for them to really speak, express their opinions, their situation. So thank you so much for guiding us on that. We are in the process of evaluating it and really looking at the possibility of resuming it and really growing it even more. So thank you and congratulations.
Yeah, amazing work, Tina. I remember that recording as well.
It was
with
one of
a-
the first one that I listened to.
Really, is it? So, and Amanda, you know, that was Amanda's first episode as a guest host. And she has been running the season finale. Well, she had one recording before that when she interviewed me, but that was almost like a test run, right? But I remember going into that first guest recording where she interviewed you guys. She was really nervous about it. And that's why I was in the room. Remember? Because I was not.
Yes, I remember that.
I was like, you go interview, you go talk to them, you will do amazing. And she was, yeah, but you know, the microphone, how do I plug that in and all that? And these were the glorious times of in-person recordings when I was really going to every guest and seeing where they worked. That was so precious. And so I helped her do that. But I was like listening while it was happening right in front of my eyes, right? And Amanda did beautifully. And look at her now. Then they also started with Next Chapter, right? Next Chapter Raise. They were starting also another podcast. Oh my gosh, yeah. And that started that
many.
day, interviewing you, Tina and Lucinda. It was amazing. Yeah.
It's an amazing episode. I mean, yeah, when we start, I mean, yeah, we're pretty much at the start, you know, back when you just started out, but we all know that we need also these kind of cheerleaders, people that give you a nudge. And I know that Celia played a really, really big role in giving you this kick into your bum to get started. Celia, how are you? How's it going?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah, I was just thinking, you know, listening to everyone, where do I start? And I don't even know. Maybe the first thing to say is when Regina actually told me, like, I want to launch a podcast, and I was stupid enough to say, what? What? So she actually first introduced me to what podcasting is, and I fell in love completely. And I mean, I think with any of those projects that you want to launch, you always need someone by your side that basically pushes you, especially on the first press button, like, I'm going to do it now. And it's so much easier to do it when you're outside. I'm speaking to myself as well. Like, I also need a cheerleader. Everyone needs their cheerleader. And I'm so proud of everything you have achieved, everything you've done through those 7 years, never giving up. And yeah, I think it's just incredible. If you will ask me which is my favorite episode, it will be really hard to answer, because every episode has been, you bring so much energy through those interviews that it would be very hard for me to actually say. And I think you've also tried, you know, live. I mean, I can remember now of the live recording in Hong Kong, for instance. So you've always tried also different things to also appeal to people maybe that are not so used to podcasting, right? So to really attract people, have more people in the community, which I also find very, very powerful through the work you've done in the last 7 years. So I could say many more things, but if I want to make it a little summary, yeah.
We do that in our 20-minute audio messages, right? Because we have kind of like a private podcast going on, me and Celia. We love to send like 20-minute long messages. Especially me, right? I'm like, blah, 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 blah. Oh, sorry, it was just 20 minutes. I didn't really realize. Oh, oops. Thank you for all your support over the years, Celia. It's. don't even know what to say. It probably wouldn't have happened without you being there saying like, do it, push the button, get it out, because I wanted it to be better, right? I think that was the thing. And what we always, when we are starting something from scratch and building something, we always think we need to make it better instead of just doing it and making it better along the way, right?
And I know that Celia was also there and told you to push release.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We were there, and she was actually like, hit that button.
Yes.
And I was like, it was like in a movie, it's just slow motion. Yeah.
And
That's
of course,
awesome.
the episode that Celia was just talking about, that's the fashion episode. The
live
recording.
episode. Yeah, the first one. Yeah.
Everybody listen to it.
Yes, was a really good one as well. It was. I will put all these things in the show notes. Also, I will put all the amazing people you hear from today and their organizations in the show notes as well, so that you can connect with them directly. Please do that. So look at that.
Oh, Ellie also just joined.
Yes. Oh, Ellie. So good
Hi,
to see
Ellie.
you. Hi. We're right in the middle of it. Wait, but we have to go back actually, because Celia, I would have to put you on the spot now. What do you want to celebrate? What are you proud of?
Your
impact.
That's why I'm here.
No, it's not. I'm not gonna let it count. Your impact, you know.
I think being there for my close community, the people I see on a daily basis, but also managing to keep in touch with people that I don't see all the time and that I really care about, any one of them.
And that makes an impact, let me tell you that. Yeah, massive one.
But also Celia is building impact. So, I hope that you also, give yourself kudos. Especially around like women initiatives or, like all kinds. So I think that everybody here really deserves to give themselves a pat on the shoulder and acknowledge also the work that they are doing.
Yes, absolutely. Celia is so humble. For Women by Women. This is a podcast series that was running last year. Oh my gosh, yeah, we didn't even mention that yet. Yeah. For Women by Women, it was a lunch series. And there are beautiful recordings that you can listen to there for you to enjoy at your next lunch break. And they will really resonate, because you will have these women in the room that are so honest and authentic in sharing that you will recognize yourself in it. I'm sure. So you will find that in the show notes as well. Yes, show notes.
Magical show notes.
Who are we gonna call out now, Belinda?
Oh my God.
Is it exciting for the people that have the camera on? They're like, am I going to be next? Am I going to be next?
When I saw Rachel, I was just immediately thinking back to when we had that, or when you had that recording at the Spoken Word Festival. How long was that ago?
Would Rachel remember?
We did the Spoken Word. I did the Spoken Word Festival 3 years in a row. 2017, 18, and 19.
We did it in 19.
I think. Or maybe was it 2016? You didn't start 2016. You started 2017 with your podcast, right?
2017 it was launched. Yeah.
Yeah, because we started the year before in 2016. So we were like the senior people. Well, I was the senior podcaster in our group of 4 when we had the first hashtag podcast launch. The first Spoken Word Festival podcast day, when we had like 8 audience members.
But we took a picture, so it looked like the room was packed, but we were doing it. Rachel, and I'm sorry to correct you, but I think there were like 4 people in the audience. And it was like your husband, my husband, and then some random person that had heard about it somehow because she wanted to start podcasting. But,
the staff came too.
We were on stage and we performed and did our thing as if there were 1,000 people in the room. But that's exactly what it is all about. When you are doing your own podcast, right? And that's why I said in the beginning with the numbers, right? You look at these numbers and then it might be only these 4 people listening to you at first, right? But then you have that in your archive. And I mean, now look at some of the episodes, like I just mentioned, this episode of Alice is from many, many years ago. Every month there are people still finding that and listening to that, even though it's been recorded so many years ago. And Rachel, you are such a pioneer and leader in that space in Hong Kong, and Hong Kong is happy to have you. Yeah.
It's been really hard. I won't lie. The last couple of years, I've really struggled to keep the podcast going. It's been a lot harder in the last couple of years to keep that going, but it's still there. And I try and forgive myself when I miss a couple of weeks here and there. When it does get too overwhelming, because it's a weekly. We went to bi-weekly during COVID for a bit because I didn't have enough material. So, but yeah, I'm trying to do weekly again and just keep it going. But I remember that first podcast show that we did, live podcast show, we didn't get a recording from it because
right.
it was sorry, names are I'm struggling with. It was
Jules.
I wanted to call her Juliet.
Failed.
Right.
Yeah, Jules Tech
she had the
failed.
gain turned up too high. So it was all flatlined all the way through. Such a rookie mistake for all of us.
A rookie mistake.
And we nowadays, I'm like, I've got to check on my tech before I start and make sure that everything's perfect. And even then, last year, we had a show live because we do live shows of storytelling. For those of you who don't know me, Hong Kong Stories. We had a show last year that we had a different venue and we didn't have the regular tech person who was there. And I was very blasé because I'm doing it for so long. Gains were up too high and it's completely ruined. So all those stories.
This happens, right? We all make mistakes, right, Belinda?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's the most, it's looking back. Yeah, those are the most fun and exciting stories. I know that Regina, it once took you 45 minutes to set up a microphone, right? And your guest had to wait.
Yeah. And the funny thing is the guest had to wait, but I had another recorder with me. So he was like, how long is she going to try? Because the other recorder was actually already running. So I have the footage of me going for 45 minutes straight, casual, smart, small
as
talk.
casual as Regina can be when she's
Can you picture it? Can you picture it? How I did that casually, and just because I was so stubborn I wanted the other mic because I knew that would have better sound quality. Dude, that's what my kids would say to me. Dude, that was unnecessary. That poor guy was so patient. So after 2.5 hours, finally we were done. He was sweating. I was sweating. And I didn't manage to set up the microphone in the end.
So that was the
way it goes sometimes.
Recording, right?
Yes. The beauty of it.
I've done some recordings at the kitchen table. Where's the strangest place you've ever recorded?
The strangest? It's
Or
not so
the
strange,
most
but it was
inconvenient?
an elevator and there were quite a lot of people in it. It was after the 10 by 10 event. I think Celia might have even been there. It was a lovely event run in Hong Kong. And then on the way out, I was still recording. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna keep recording. And then there were some people in the, waiting for the elevator, getting in the elevator, and we were squeezed in there. And I just kept recording, but that was actually lovely. I love this. I think I feel a bit inspired to be more out in the world again. Get with my little recorder and just go down, I don't know, U3, Stephansplatz might have some really great people that I could just attack with my microphone, right?
I think that's a good idea for one of your upcoming episodes.
mean, talking about Vienna, can I call out Nicole joining us from Vienna here?
Of course. Hello. Yeah, my name is Nicole Hobiger-Glimes, and I have a very fun fact about Regina. Maybe a lot
I
of you
love
don't,
them.
because she's not only a podcaster, she is also a dancer and a very big stage person, a very big stage person. Because we met, I think it's over 20 years ago, in a dance competition team. And she was very good. And she was like an inspiring soul then, like she's now. And I'm very happy that you're here in Austria back again. And congratulations to this fabulous podcast. It's amazing. And Regina, you made me thinking, because I know maybe you will ask what's your impact or something like this. And of course, I'm a business coach, and you can say, okay, she's helping people with big decisions like, should I quit a job or not? Or should I make a podcast, or should I make my own company? And yeah, I need a network and I need this and that. But this is not the real impact. I think my real impact, and also not the volunteer work I do, I think the real impact is my daily intention, because I meditate every day since 2010. So yeah, you can count now. It's a long time. And when I meet people, I want to enrich them. I don't know how before, but I want to enrich every person I meet. And I want to meet them with the most peaceful mind and with the biggest smile I got, and with all the compassion and loving kindness and the empathic joy and the calm inside. So I think Regina do the same. And I want to have a new name for you today. I think you are not only an impactor, you are a heartivist.
Oh, heartivist.
Activist.
Oh,
Oh, that's lovely.
it's so
Aw.
true. It's so true.
Look, now we're like the pause and the quiet. We're like, yeah, thank you for
reflection,
sharing that.
Also,
I love it.
wow. Wow,
Mhm.
meditation since 2010. Wow. Yeah. I really love your energy, Nicole. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I hope you can
Yeah.
also all hear it, and also hear the warmth of Nicole through her voice. Yeah, I mean, Regina, how are you feeling? Like hearing all of
Yeah.
these? Yeah.
Yeah, and also how, Nicole, isn't it funny to see the women we've grown up to
Oh,
be, or the women we are becoming? It's, yeah, especially this, 20 years ago, we were just really starting our careers. We were still in
Her
university.
dance career.
We had our dance career.
Nicole, were you?
There's not so much footage of it, but yeah, maybe that's
That's
good.
good.
Maybe that's good.
I'm sorry, are you sure, Nicole? Nicole, were you also there when Regina started her singing career?
No, I don't know this.
Or her singing competition? Regina did not just participate in dancing competitions, but also in singing competitions.
Not at all. Yeah, no. I
She
even
loves
sang
it.
on the podcast. Let's not bring that up anymore. It's like way past, like, oh gosh, did I really do that? I did a lot of crazy things in my late or early 20s, or was I even 20 yet? It was just after high school, so this still counts as teenager mistakes, maybe. Yeah, but I did, that passion for that. I did bring it actually in one episode where I just sang a song. Not, I didn't just sing a song, but it was made as another gift the podcast has given me, is that I started creating audio gifts for my friends. I mean, Ellie is in the room. She was the recipient of one of those, right? When you moved away from Hong Kong. And that's been a gift as well, just to collect voices and stories and turn them into a audio present. one of these audio presents I made when we had this after the COVID or during the COVID years when we were missing home so much. We were kind of like a little bit stuck in Hong Kong, and Magnus, my third born, had never even met his family back in Europe. So of course, naturally, I made a super emotional song that had everyone sob under the Christmas tree. Yeah, it was. I can be very dramatic like that, right? I wanted to everyone feel us, even though we're not there. And yeah, and then I felt like, this can be part of the podcast. Like this can be part of it. This is part of the story as well that some people might resonate with. Yeah. Again, enough about me. We still have a lot of people in the room that we have to hear from. I saw
Alicia
Is it-
sadly had to join. I had to leave. I had to drop out.
Oh,
But
Alicia
she
had to
actually
go.
said, if I were to say one achievement that I'm happy about, WISE got our activities at local schools off the ground. So WISE is Alicia's NGO, Women in Sports Empowered. Took a bit of time with COVID and all, but it happened. And now it's the core thing that we do and hope we can do more. Congratulations, Regina.
Yeah, well, congratulations, Alicia, right? Amazing. I will put the link in the show notes so you can hear her story as well. Yeah, check out Women in Sports Empowered. Amazing work they're doing.
You
And we have
mentioned Ellie.
Kelly's support.
Oh.
No, Ellie. Oh, sorry. No, I'm gonna call out Kelly's support group now. Ellie, sorry, you have to wait. I'm gonna make Ellie wait.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
I'm Goldie. I'm sorry I'm late because to be honest, I've got sick today, so I just
Oh, dear.
been the doctor appointment. That's why I'm quite late. Sorry about that. So congratulations for the 7 years anniversary. Because to be honest, I just joined Kelly's for a short time, so I don't have too much history about Kelly, but I could say we are still having the podcast program since the beginning. So we are encouraging different kinds of young people. Right now, we have two university students. They are helping us to do the podcast, and they are really proud of it. And then they are also introducing it to different friends group. And we know right now we are always using English as the podcast channel, and then we are going to change it as a bilingual one. For example, one podcast in Chinese, in Cantonese, another one in English. So we are working in progress, and we hope to get more, especially the local young people to listen to podcasts. Because right now, nowadays, people like to watch the YouTube rather than podcasts. So, but we want to encourage more people to just listen while they can do another thing when they are listening to podcasts. Yeah.
Amazing. The first NGO I worked with that then started a podcast. It means a lot to me that it's still going. It's really amazing. Well done you. And my regards to Sky as well. Yeah, and the whole team at Kelly. You're doing amazing work.
Thank you. And again, congratulations for you.
Thank you. Okay, Ellie, now I made you wait. What's the impact you want to celebrate today?
Oh, well, before I go into that, can I first say that I remember when #Impact was just an idea on the table, and there were so many other ideas around it, like could have gone in various different directions. And the fact that we are here, 7 years, when I got this invite, I was like, whoa, where did that go? But it's, it's complete testament to you, Regina, for keeping it going and making such an amazing community out of it. And, I know we talked about this the other day, but the number of really interesting people that you've met through it. And it's something that I really admire about what you created. So I wanted to jump on. I know I'm late too, but I wanted to jump on and make sure that we celebrated this, because it is a big milestone and it takes a lot of work, and it's been through a lot of, it's tough, right? It's not easy. And you inspired me to do a podcast. Now, let's be honest, it hasn't been the most consistent or successful, but I definitely did it. I did it and enjoyed it, and it opened a way of meeting people that I wouldn't have done. I think that's something that I didn't realize when I first started doing it, just the way that you can connect with people by interviewing them through that process, and how people are willing, like, really willing to give their time and discuss their expertise, even for what mine was an absolutely tiny audience. But I really enjoyed that process. And in terms of my impact, I say that I mean, in what I do in helping independent beauty brands impact, when I am able to help the really small ones, which is tricky because they often don't have budget. So it's about finding the right way for them, which can be tricky, but I really enjoy that and feel like that's impacting their journey
Yeah, thank you for being there and for also putting your voice out there. I like it, Ellie. Keep exploring that. I know I keep bugging you about that. Like, yeah, what about the podcast? La, la, la. Did Claire have to run as well? So I totally missed that some people had to then run. But Claire, did she write something?
Yes, she did.
Yes. Okay, Claire was happy to take part in the celebration. Yes, and I mean, teaser, you are hearing Claire's voice on the podcast very, very, very soon. So just check if you're listening to this episode now, you can look ahead, the one before, the one after, that will be Claire's. So hear her voice. Belinda, you had a tech mishap. Are you back? Probably not. She is frozen.
Yes.
My
Oh my God,
co-host
you totally
has
jinxed it.
disappeared.
When you said that it's gonna happen to you, it happened to me. All
It
of a
happened to
sudden,
you.
my computer restarted.
Oh dear. And now we have some connectivity issues as well. So I'm just gonna call out Erin while Belinda fixes her internet. I'm gonna mute her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute her. I cannot mute you. Belinda, please mute yourself. Oh dear. Can someone mute Belinda?
Also been here from the beginning was Erin.
Oh my God, finally. I muted my co-host. I did it. Thank goodness.
So mean.
Yes, Erin.
Hi, Regina.
Hi,
Can you hear
Erin.
me?
Yes, we can hear you. What do you want to celebrate today?
I am here for you and just want to say a massive congratulations for, this 7-year long journey. And I think you took the hard route. There must have been many occasions where you could have given up, but you didn't. And 7 years on, and you created this community, many inspirational messages. And look, I just want to congratulate you for doing this, and while being a mother, super tough.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. And I love your podcast and how you are showing up for your audience as well. And let us celebrate you. What is it you're proud of? Where are you making an impact?
I don't know if it's something that I'm proud of, but I'm at a crossroad. I left my corporate job 2 months ago. So I'm redesigning my work at the moment, and we currently have a backlog with the podcast. So I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. And I've also started to offer interview as a service. So I think we'll use the podcast more intentionally this year, and we'll be helping businesses and brands to help them craft their message and help them repurpose the interview into different marketing assets, which they can use on social media and on their platforms. That's going to be one of our service offerings. And I've also been doing a lot of workshop for corporates and schools as well around leadership. So this year is a discovery year for us to try to consolidate all the contents that we have written and interviewed for the past 5 years, and trying to make them workshop ready, and doing more keynotes and doing more workshops this year, and still trying to be present and with the 2 boys at home. So it's been tough.
Wow, you will be busy, Erin.
It's been tough. Yeah, it's been tough.
It's not gonna be boring.
No, and it's not going to be boring. And yeah, like you said, Erin, I mean, thank you for sharing so honestly as well. Yeah, I know we're here to celebrate and highlight and take energy from the things that do work out, but there are just as many hard things that happen. And I think
yeah.
that shows and builds the resilience, right? That you keep committing to it, and you keep putting your heart, heart forward, right? Nicole is just sending a heart, being the heartivists that we all are here today.
Can we do a high five?
Can we do a high five for all this beautiful also energy and passion we bring to the world with what we do? Yeah. And Belinda,
good to meet you
last but
all.
not least, so good to just take a moment to celebrate us. Yes. And Belinda, over to you. What are you proud of?
I think I need to echo what the others said. I'm so proud of you and your journey and how far you've come, and that through it all, you keep on going. And I was so happy also when I heard that, this season you're featuring community, because in a sense, it feels like you're going back to your roots where it, all started. And being the heartivist that you are, we need to make it a thing now. So I'm really, really proud of it. And of course, how you also inspired me to, be a guest host, but also then to start my own podcast and to also really see how hard it is. And that's why also, I have so much respect for you and how you're so consistent and keep things going. Even though you sometimes don't think you are consistent, you are, because it's been 7 years. It takes resilience and a lot of other characteristics to really keep on going. So I'm so proud of you. We are almost at the end. So Regina, can you please show us the cake?
Drum roll. What shall I say? They were out of Sachertorte again.
Oh.
So this is what we call, Nicole, can you tell me what this is?
Bisschen ein Überschuss an Zucker. It's too much sugar.
It's diabetes on a plate.
Well, if that wasn't enough, I got a backup as well, just in case I didn't have enough sugar.
This is an Austrian donut.
Yeah.
What filling, Regina? What filling does it have?
Sorry, I bumped the mic. This is marmelade.
Classic
Jam.
Classic jam filling.
And I'm gonna try light the candle while we speak. And this is actually also a candle that Celia sent once. That's kind of like almost cathartic. I found that in our drawer, and this was the care package you sent last year, almost like exactly a year ago, when we had some really tough things to go through. And then there was this, I don't know, maybe will it still work? Like after a year, it's been there. Let's see. Anyway, it's a beautiful heart. And I think that's it. Heartivist, right? How fun.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So Regina's lighting up a heart.
I don't know. I'm gonna light up my whole house. What's happening? How long do you have to light this until it burns usually? Oh my God.
45 minutes.
I'm actually.
Julia.
Oh my God.
Oh wow.
God.
It's a glitter. Oh my God. I love
Amazing.
it. Oh my God.
Okay, now I get it. Oh. I'm gonna set my computer on fire here. Oh wow!
Wow!
You need to get this video.
Yeah, I was just about to take a screenshot. I didn't. I was too slow. That was brilliant. Oh my goodness!
My goodness! It exploded. Right. So I'm gonna be digging into some cake eating now as well to celebrate. Yeah, should we just do it? I know it's a lot of sugar, Nicole. I know this is too much sugar. But you don't, this was hot. You don't turn 7-year podcast, celebrate. It's not every day you celebrate.
No, not every day.
Celebrate. Come on.
So, and can you promise for all of you that are not in Vienna, this is so impolite to chew while talking. Tell my children all the time, don't do that. We should all have a live recording, heads let's not really promise too much, but there might be a chance for a little live recording action in person, coming up in 2024 in
Where?
Hong Kong.
So stay tuned for
So
this.
stay tuned for this cliffhanger that might happen this
When?
year.
Can you give us a vague time?
Autumny, towards autumny time. Yes. And Vienna, I mean, sky's the limit, really. If Nicole is in for supporting to activate a little bit more, because let's be honest, the Austrians need to be activated a little bit more. Like Hong Kong, live event. Let's do it. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna have a room full within a week, right? But Austria, I feel like you need to groom everyone a little bit more and motivate them a little bit more to actually show up. So let's
I'm
see.
up for the challenge.
Oh my
Can
God! Look
Can
who's
you
coming
dance?
on the last
Does a
minute.
dance to your podcast episode when you do the recording, Nicole and Regina? Recreate this little dance for your dance competition.
Which dance? Which dance are we recreating?
I mean, we're open to any dance.
Oh, we're gonna do a dance, of course. Like right now, or when we're doing the
Oh
actual
no,
live
I mean when you do
in-person
the
recording?
live in-person recording.
Yeah, of
We give
course
you some
he's gonna
time
give us-
to practice
So I'm
together.
gonna do a dance.
Yeah, you and Nicole.
Okay, let's commit to that. I think we can do something. We can do this, Nicole, right?
We can
got
do
it.
it.
Yeah. Thank you all for being here today. What a lovely celebration. And even Peter came in all the way at the end, in between meetings. Oh my God.
Hi.
Hello. So that's the Mr.
That's Mr. Regina.
That's Mr. Regina.
Mr. Regina Laco.
Oh. Mister, you came in the last minute. You missed the whole shebang, but I'm so happy.
I know. I'm terribly sorry. I'll miss the relive. I'll
Yeah.
watch the real.
You're gonna watch the
But he's
live.
always there at the really important times.
Yes, right. We actually referred to that moment you sat in the audience, front row, when there was no one else in the audience. And that's the people you need in your life, right? Thank you all for your support. And with this, our 7-year live recording is a wrap. Belinda, how would you wrap this up?
Oh my God. Be a Heartivist. Go out and create impact.
Yes, I love that.
Are there any words from your side to end this?
Oh, you said it beautifully. Let's just do that. Yeah, because this is actually what everyone could do right now to make the world an even better place.
Oh my God. Yeah. What can everybody right now do to create impact? Oh, yeah. Go out.
Do that. And thank you all so much for the love and the support. I can't even say what it means. I'll have all the sobbing. The sobbing will happen once I eat the cake and the sugar high. I'm off the sugar high, and then there will be the flood of tears coming. Thank you all so much.
Bye.
With this, it's a wrap. Bye. Bye. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'd love to see you at one of our next community calls. So reach out to me if you want to join at hello@impact.com. This is a free offering for our #Impact community, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you there. I talk to you soon. Bye.